Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is now 8:06 a.m. and you are listening to Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. And I'm joined by two good brothers, two guys who I really like. They're cool guys in town. For those of you who don't know, they are Eddie Silva. That's correct. Yeah. All right. And Jordan Jeffries. Strawberries. The sound you hear clapping is me and them. You know, we give ourselves props in the claps. We got a lot to talk to you guys about. This interview with our friends of Strawberries BBQ is going to be really good, and we're going to touch on food and everything like that. But when it comes to city issues, very important that we've been telling you guys about is the Civilians Review Board. The application for that is online at the city's website, which is www.auroratagil.org. If you go there, there are requirements to be on the Civilians Review Board, and that has caused consternation in the city, to say the very least. In the end, ultimately, the mayor will choose all candidates, and they have to be of apparently impeccable backgrounds with which to do reviewing of our police in a civilian capacity. Let us know how you feel about that on our Facebook page, Instagram, or the Facebook Messenger. And we'll give you a shout out if you leave us a comment. Pure Skin Solutions has a lunchtime $65 glow peel. It's a December special, Aurora Express. Shout out to Aurora downtown for a lot of the good initiatives that are taking place. There's a lot of good businesses that have some sales going on, and small businesses really need some love during this time, so we're going to give them some shout outs in the morning news roll here. Gracie G Photography. They have a $265 Christmas mini sessions December special. Get your pics on Gracie G's. Island Optical, half off designer and luxury eyewear as part of the year-end sale December special. Very cool. Only two of us in this room got glasses. You know what I'm saying? So for those of y'all who need your eyes taken care of, Island Optical, baby, they got you. La Quinta de los Reyes, $5 hot punch. What is hot punch? That sounds good.
Just go check it out after this.
Like warm sangria? Like what y'all got? Okay. $5 hot punch. Damn. Like warm Kool-Aid. I'm feeling it. 20% off fajita plates. That's their December special. Treadwell Coffee. Buy a holiday drink. Get half off a pastry. December special. Happy Days. 15% off all glass for their December special. Oxy Affordable Optical. Save $25 on $100 gift certificates. That's their December special. Do or Die Designs, $15 off hair care and free conditioning treatment with color. And Peyton's Photography. They have a holiday portrait session of $275, 6 sets to choose from, and that's their December special. Shout out to all those great businesses, and shout out to Aurora downtown for putting them on. All right, Wesley and Flowing Forth United Methodist Churches, Temple Nye, Israel, New England Congregational Church, and Art Bar Art Gallery, all in Aurora, are hosting the Light Up the Night Candlelight and Community from 6 to 6:30 p.m. on December 21st, Monday, the 21st. Using the hashtag Aurora Light Up, community organizations, faith communities, nonprofits, and neighborhoods are invited to pick a location, bring candles, and stand together in unity and silence for 30 minutes. Very cool. Shout out to all those faith organizations. Saturday the 19th, Faith Lutheran Church is hosting their annual church nativity scene. During the performance, you'll be invited to join the choir in singing traditional carols. You know, I'm just going to note, like, choirs sing for a reason because they've been trained. So, like, maybe you might want to let the choir just sing. You know, if they got it all nice and beautiful with the harmony, don't come in with the screech voice. Like, so let the choir sing, y'all. After the performance, hot chocolate and cookies will be served, and a petting zoo will be open. Admission, parking, and refreshments are free. Shout out to Faith Lutheran Church. And last but not least, I want to give a shout out to all of the businesses and with new art on the windows. Downer Place and certain stretches on Broadway look really good. Lots of good stuff. Shout out to Cottonseed, Josh Schultz, Jen Ingram Art, Rebecca. Man, so many artists. You know, Pierre Lucero, Jose Art, all that. Everybody's art going on all around the place. Pretty good. Oh, and we got news hot off the press for y'all, actually. What am I talking about? Chili at McCarty Mills on Sunday.
On Sunday. Sure.
Come on, man.
All this month.
What? We just broke that for y'all. Live on the air, baby. Live on the air. All right. Very cool. I'm loving that. All this month. Very cool. Strawberries BBQ got chili. All right. And LDJ Cleaning Professionals, specializing in commercial, residential, and disinfectant cleaning, serving Aurora and the Quad Counties with their famous make-ready service, post-construction cleaning, window cleaning, floor maintenance, disinfectant cleaning, and general office cleaning. The home that you worked so hard to purchase, the business that you dreamed of owning. They're honored to provide their service to you. Hire a true professional. Call them today at 630-291-5435 or visit their website at www.ldjcleaning.com. The voice that plays this ad on Spotify sounds much prettier than mine. The weather today, currently it's 30 degrees outside. So yeah, that's Scully weather, you know, Timbos and all that. Donations for Timbs, we take those on Good Morning Aurora. Size 12, baby. 1 p.m., the high will be 43. And that will persist until about 4 o'clock. Tomorrow looks to be sunny and 41 degrees. And Sunday, when they got chili at McCarty Mills, it'll be 39 degrees, but yet sunny. So y'all come on out and enjoy that. And shout out to our sponsors, Aurora Business United, LDJ Cleaning Professionals. And that's the news. All right. For the listeners and the viewers and those who don't know you, who are you guys and where are you from? We'll start with you.
I'm Eddie Silva. I'm from Oswego. Born and raised in Aurora. Grew up four or five blocks down here from 4th and Sims.
Okay.
So, you know,
Aurora's
my home.
Really? That was like a around the corner time.
Around the corner, yes. 4th and Sims, right down the block, you know.
And yourself?
My name is Jordan Jeffries. I'm also a lifelong Auroran, born and raised on the west side. I actually graduated from Oswego though, moved over there sophomore year.
Okay.
But currently live right up off of Black Hawk, New York, right where that new park is. And yeah,
Black Hawk in New York?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, Black Hawk Park, where the old Aurora Christian used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live right on the corner right there.
There's like a fountain over
Mm-hmm.
there. So,
yeah, they got a little
really
water
nice.
park for the kids.
Yeah. Well, the weather is nice, y'all. Please go check out that park. It's really nice.
Yes, it is.
All right. So we're going to get into food, cooking, and all the other kind of good stuff. But I want to put some flesh behind yourselves as individuals, as we talked about. Jordan, growing up, what impact did your mom have in your life?
Well, I mean, my mom was a major influence. You know, I was blessed enough to have, you know, both of my parents growing up and you know, just having an influence like my mother. She's, you know, the one that was cooking all the time, and you know, my dad's from Mississippi, so my mom is from Morris, and she had to, you know, learn the ways of that Southern cooking when she met my father.
It's different.
Yeah, it's a little different than what they cook out in Morris.
Like y'all doing what with the chicken?
Yeah. So over time, you know, learning recipes and trying new things, and you know, really learned a passion from cooking from her.
All right. And yourself?
Pretty much the same. I learned, my parents taught me, my mom and dad learned from, you know, making Mexican food, and from there it just grew on, watching my dad grow up and him making all these great meals. That's where I got my work from. You know, you got to put in the work. If you not,
Yeah.
you won't get greatness.
It's good when your parents teach you good things, like good skills like cooking too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people today who can't cook and they're old, right? Like they're in their 20s or something.
Yeah. We had a customer. It was actually a friend. His girlfriend. She doesn't know how to cook either, and she was asking me. He's like, I gotta come learn from you and cooking. I'm like, we'll start holding classes.
Right.
You know what? It just starts with a little bit of music, and then you find your little flow, and then you find your groove, you know? And that's how I feel like cooking should be about. You shouldn't be stressed. You should enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's what I enjoy.
Both being Aurora natives, how do you rate the changes that have taken place in about the last, 5-7 years? here in the city? And either of you guys can kick it off.
Downtown Aurora has done a really great job of investing in local businesses and stuff like that. We've seen a lot of development downtown and things like that, which has been really great. Trying to make it something unique. Obviously, there are avenues that could use improvement other than just businesses and other than just economic development and things like that. But those are things that we have to talk about and bring up and discuss, and things like fair equity and when we're talking about artwork downtown or whatever it may be. I do think there are things that we could improve on in Aurora.
What do you think?
I like to see the changes and everything. We grew up here and saw what it was and to what it is coming now, and I really enjoy seeing what the town's becoming.
So you guys are in Strawberries BBQ. You guys have a food sense and aspect. Would you say that the downtown community has been good for restaurants and food related businesses accommodating? I mean, we're in a pandemic time and things are shutting down, but even before this.
I would say so. There's a couple new restaurants opening up down here, and I know they were letting them use the sidewalks and stuff to kick everything off. So I mean, they're trying their best. I would say. Yeah.
It could always be. I think the feedback that I've gotten from people is that restaurants were doing good and the city was accommodating to open them up, and some people felt like they were doing too much for restaurants and not enough for art, kind of thing. I kind of saw it as balanced. Would you agree? It was somewhat balanced, or was it more leaning in favor of one towards the other?
I would say it's balanced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys have favorite restaurants besides cooking your own food and eating it?
Right here in I go to Durango's all the time. That's my spot right here. I've been going there as a kid, man. Yeah. I knew it as Raymond's, and I will always be my.
It was Raymond's?
Yeah, it was Raymond's back in the day.
Damn, facts. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
My dad used to take me there after baseball practices.
Raymond's.
Yeah, and as a kid, I used to go there. We sit right there on the bar stools and sit right there and watch them cut the meat off the al pastor, and no better taco.
Yeah, shout out to Durango, right around the corner from us right now. Their tacos are swole too.
Yeah,
they're bigger than like a lot of other places.
And their cheese meat fries take you to heaven, man.
Yeah. They're open late too.
Yeah,
it's one of the
weekends.
things.
2 in the morning.
Yep. So you could leave, well, back when Midtown was around, you could leave Midtown, go up to Durango, but that's another story.
Midtown was a spot.
Yeah.
The concert or the shows, the rap music and stuff, man.
Yeah, it was cool, man. When I walk around downtown Aurora and I go to the, there's Mora now where the river is.
Yeah.
It looks like they're trying to do a lot of things around the river area, Paramount and stuff like that. Do shows and entertainment and food go hand in hand?
Oh, definitely. There's always people who are going to be hungry, and if you have something good at a show, people always remember what they had, I've been to plenty of shows, and there's never been something good that stuck out or nothing. It's always just like, hot dogs, slices of pizza, nothing crazy.
Right.
But, if you had something a little bit different there, you get more people intrigued or fill themselves up before the show starts or something.
Oh, all right. Let's talk about strawberries. Where did the name Strawberries BBQ come from? What's the tie-in with fruit and barbecue?
Well, you see, it started with a fake name I used to give out, and it was Yes Strawberries, and that's how I started my first Instagram, was the name Yes Strawberries. And then when thinking about barbecue names, it took me a while, and nothing sounded good. Everything sounded the same. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, let's take something different. Let's take Strawberries BBQ. It's unique, different. You're gonna remember it easier.
Yeah.
And then once you have the food, you'll always remember it.
Right.
That's how and it took off. The name, everybody enjoys the name. People like it. I think it's a great name.
I do too. I really like the name. And I saw is the logo is a strawberry though, right?
Yeah, the logo's a strawberry.
That caught me because I was like, yo, it's barbecued meat but it's strawberries.
Yeah.
And the logo is not like a ham bone or something like that, or a pig smoking a cigar. It's a strawberry.
Strawberry.
That's very unique.
Yeah,
that's very unique.
Bacon wrapped strawberry. You know, we just want to be. It's just different. You know, you want to separate yourselves from other people, and this is our way of separating ourselves from other people.
How'd you guys meet?
I've known him since high school. Played football with him.
Yeah, when I moved out to Oswego, that's when I.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
met him. This is old Eddie Hands right
Yeah.
here. So.
And he actually wore my football number in college too.
Oh,
The one I wore in high school.
all right. Yeah, so it's more than barbecue.
Yeah, he's like a brother, man.
Yeah,
He's a brother.
we got his nickname Eddie Hands because one day at the end of practice, we were doing this thing. We were running Care Bears where we had to like run from the side of the field back and forth, and the idea was that you're so delirious that you end up seeing Care Bears floating around. So we're doing that, and our coaches give us the option and say, "Hey, linemen, you know, we're gonna throw the ball through the
The jug machine.
Yeah, the jug machine.
Okay, yeah.
And if one of the linemen catch it, then we're done for practice and we can go home. And so they call Eddie out to catch the pass. And you know, like 50-yard bomb, he's just like, just caught it perfectly. It was great, man. We were running. We're out of here. Let's go. And then, so Eddie Hands was the nickname because he got
Okay,
hands.
good to know. Good to know. Favorite barbecue, favorite barbecue meal. Do you guys have personal favorites?
Oh man, that's hard.
I know it is because you're cooking for other people. So asking a person who's cooking for others what their favorite is maybe difficult. But
man, that's hard.
are you guys ribs?
You know what?
Burgers.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think I could probably say I could eat ribs all day because man, ribs are good, especially if you have a good set of ribs. Man, there's no putting down ribs.
What's the key to making good ribs?
The key to good ribs? Patience. I make my ribs right now. I make my ribs two different ways. Right now, when I'm making them down for McCarty Mills, I cook them in my pit barrel. I hang them over some coals in a barrel to get that nice smoke. Cooks them real hot and fast. The way I like to make them is on my offset smoker. It's about a 6-hour process. 3 hours on the smoker, then 2 hours in foil. In the foil, I'll put my barbecue sauce, some honey, some brown sugar in there, lay them face down, wrap them up, put them on the grill, and then the last hour, throw them back on the grill, sauce them, and they're just money every time.
Very good, very good. What's the menu? What do you guys serve? Everything?
Right now we're playing with our menu. We're trying to do different aspects of our menu on right now. So before we're doing wings, rib tips, pulled pork.
Right.
Right now, actually, come next weekend, we're going to be bringing back pulled pork. We're going to be having the shredded chicken, bologna, probably the hot links again.
Yeah, hot links, baby back ribs.
We have not Southern Fried, that was for the Nashville hot chicken. Cheesy potatoes, smoked mac and cheese, and
banana pudding.
And the banana pudding
wow.
is just the seal on the top of everything.
Who makes the desserts?
My mama.
His mom.
Okay. But mom's cooking out there. Yeah.
So we kind of had a partnership. Eddie obviously was, cooking the meats and doing all of that stuff. And then kind of when I came aboard, it was like, hey, how can we, turn this into like a full menu kind of thing.
Right.
And like I said, my mom's been cooking for, my whole life and even longer. So she's accumulated all of these recipes. So, had to. First, I went to her and I was like, "Hey, Mom, is it cool if I, use your recipes?" And you know what I'm saying? Eddie and I are trying to get this business going, and recipes are a real deal Holyfield thing around here. So she's like, "Well, how about I make them, and you can handle some stuff." And so we're doing this this partnership. And so she's like, "You got to call it Mama Jeffries sides."
Yeah, and I definitely agree because I've had his mom's sides for our team dinners back in high school, and I fell in love with the food all the time. And I would always ask him to see if his mom would make me a tray of cheesy potatoes.
So Mama Jeffries desserts. What was it? Mama Jeffries.
Mama Jeffries sides.
Mama Jeffries sides. Yeah.
And then she handles the cheesy potatoes, and she makes corn bake, which is like this. It's kind of like a corn souffle kind of thing. Yeah. It's amazing. And then And then, yeah, we've been doing banana pudding as our dessert, so she gets that as well.
When you guys are doing the events, like, you know, your Sundays and everything at McCarty Mills and stuff like that, what's the prep time like for the things you're doing? I'm sure ribs is different than chili, but you guys are up grinding early kind of thing. What's the day like for you?
So like Sundays are kind of easy. Sometimes, depending if we're prepping barbecue, that the couple days before, we'll make the chili a couple of days before and just let it sit in a pot. Chili's not going to go bad, so
Right.
and it just gets that just getting that flavor honed in more when it sits. But basically, a couple hours for chili and a few hours we prep out our days. One day we'll make sauce and pickled onions, and we got to plan them out. If not, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah, usually on Wednesdays, we'll like do the sauces and the pickled onions, kind of the stuff that it's we'll knock it out in batches and stuff like that. And then Thursday will be prepping the meat, trimming it, seasoning it, brining the chicken, whatever it is that it can stay overnight. And then Friday at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, starting the grills and starting the coals and stuff like that. So.
Right. McCarty Mills is a local business which is on River Street. And that's where you guys do the primarily your activities. Are there other places that you guys post up?
For right now, we're just with them. We've been doing our pop-ups there with them.
Correct.
So, maybe by next year, we're hoping to be able to branch out a little and go to different places when we're not there.
Right. You got a smoker, and then you've also got some other pieces of equipment with you guys and things like that. I saw a video you put on Instagram where you were you had wood chips, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I had some chunks.
Some chunk. Okay, yeah. That's what it was. What are those for the listeners? Most people think, oh, we got charcoal or gas, right?
So the charcoal I use is Fogo charcoal. One of my barbecue buddies, he's the one I got started into smoking. He was always using this charcoal called Fogo charcoal, and I never got it because it was so expensive. Just starting out, I didn't want to spend the money on it. Well, I thought wrong. Tell you right now, I spent too much money on all this other charcoal when I can buy a 35-pound bag and it'll last me 6 to 7, 8 cooks depending on how I use it, depending on what cooks I use, And then they have different brands of lump charcoal. So I use that as my base for my heat source, and then I throw for the smoke, I throw in the wood chunks too, or logs. I get a saw at the house. I go pick up wood from a place right here in Plainfield, and chop up all my wood in chunks. And then so I get
chopping your own wood?
I'm not chopping the wood. I'm cutting up all my logs.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, this man's chunks. Dedication, boy.
I mean, we did see man, where was it at? Alabama. A guy started his barbecue, and he would go cut down people's trees for free and just take the wood and tell them, come the
ultimate hustler.
He's like world famous.
Yeah,
he's like the old pits and stuff.
Yeah, and that's what they were doing when they weren't queuing. It was going cutting down trees to use that wood as to smoke with. Right now, I'm using oak and cherry.
Okay.
And basically, I'll go pick some wood up, and then I'll set it aside. Take so many. I'll separate all my logs, and then cut certain logs up into chunks, and then some I will cut my logs into or cut them in half so they fit in my firebox better.
What's the reception been like with you guys doing these pop-ups at McCarty Mills and being more visible now?
Great, honestly. We're selling out every time we're out there. People are enjoying the food. People had no clue about smoked bologna until a couple months ago. Yeah,
y'all put them on. I have to say that was when I seen the shit on the gram, I was like, smoked bologna. Hey,
they go ahead. Season it with a coffee rub, and that coffee rub that I made, and just gives it that perfect little touch to the bologna. That's what it needs, that little extra bite, and it's a perfect sandwich, man.
Shout out to Dapper Brews Coffee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Dap. Yeah.
I've been working with his coffee rub and or his coffee and grinding it up and putting it into my seasoning.
Yeah. Shout out to Juan, man. That's the homie. That dude is he is above and beyond when it comes to showing love, helping people out, you know what I'm saying, and really doing his thing and advocating for his brand and other people's brands. He's a good brother.
Oh yeah, I mean, I talk to him all the time, and then he's always out here supporting me too. You know, chili, pozole, the barbecue, stuff like that. So he's been coming out since we've been out there. Started coming out there, so he should always show support.
The time is now 8:31 a.m. and you are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast, and I'm joined by the brothers behind Strawberries BBQ, the one and only Eddie and Jordan. My favorite, if I was gonna get executed, and they came to the cell and they're like, your last meal, it would be hard for me to choose like some good soul food, or I'd want like a nice brisket sandwich, maybe some huge thick steak fries, bunch of barbecued wings on the plate. You know, that's my like, that would be it for me. I could go happy with that. What's your like ideal meal? You know, I know it's hard, but I have to ask foodies like these kind of questions because if I could get put on with something new, I'm trying to, you know, dig it out of you.
Oh, so okay. Man, my idea.
Rubs, spices, wings, anything like a good 6-piece or something.
Man, also like this our 6-piece wings with our white sauce that we Alabama white sauce that when we were in Nashville. I've heard about the Alabama white sauce, never had it before. Mm-hmm. We were in Nashville, Tennessee, looking for smokers, and we tried this barbecue restaurant. Man, their Alabama white sauce it's for poultry, and it was just good. It just brought in what you were looking for, and I mean it was good on the bologna too. It was actually really good on the bologna.
Never heard of it.
So we put our take on our Alabama white sauce, and I would say our bologna sandwich too with the Alabama white sauce, pickled onions. Man, that's a meal right there.
Interesting. You guys have pickled onions, and what else do you pickle?
We have Kool-Aid pickles too.
Kool-Aid pickles?
Kool-Aid pickles.
Something what the hell is a Kool-Aid pickle? It doesn't sound good. Like,
no, man, it's actually really good.
Yeah. We saw that when we went down to Nashville, actually, on our trip. The first place we went to was, I think it was called Peg Leg Pork.
Peg Leg Pork.
Yeah, and on the menu it said Kool-Aid pickles, and we're like, man,
what is it?
Let's try it or whatever. And it literally, you get it in a little tray, and it was just 2 pickles, and they were bright red. And, you know, eating all the heavy sides and the heavy meat and sauces and all that stuff, you just need something with that sweetness to kind of just cut through everything. Yeah. And so we came back and we were like, man, we need to have this on the menu. And so we're like, hey, why not use strawberry flavored Kool-Aid and use that for our pickles? And we slowly got people to branch out and try it, because at first people were like, I don't want to try that. Like,
yeah, I need to broaden my horizon. Yeah. I'm too, I don't want to say, I'm too urban. I'm thinking Kool-Aid, like what? Don't do that to it. Don't mess it up.
You don't have to mess with it at all. Yeah. No, but it's just a different thing we're trying to do. Mm-hmm. You know, we had it, and I thought that's something that you won't see out here. So let's try something different, bring something new.
What's Nashville like?
Fun little town for what we saw of it. With the whole pandemic, you can't really explore it like you were able to. Pre-pandemic, but it was a beautiful town. I enjoyed
heard good things about it. Everybody who's ever been there has always told me really nice stuff about it.
Definitely want to go back.
Surprised at how large it was. We pulled up and we're like, man, it's like a legitimate city.
Yeah.
You're just thinking, oh, it's a little, got the
Nashville.
They're singing country songs and all that, but no, it's
a beautiful town.
Oh. Who has the best barbecue that you've had?
That I've had? Oh man.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's like a rap.
Rap your own if you want to.
If you're not the best artist on your,
Yeah, but if you had to pick, oh man, you know what? I'm honestly going to say Martin's Barbecue out there in Nashville. I was kind of sealed with their food, man. I was in. It took. It was our third meal of the day of barbecue, but that one kind of sealed, wrapped it all up for what we were missing from the other couple places we went to.
There's always been a regional fight too, if I'm not mistaken, behind barbecue and sauces at least.
Everything's regional.
KC, or is it Texas or
Carolina?
The Carolinas, yeah.
You got the South, and everybody has their own way of cooking their Q, and you just find what what you like. I don't want to be kind of like, we're here from the Midwest. I don't want to be, here for regional, for Midwest. I want to kind of have my own flavor and my own style of barbecue.
Was I mistaken or was I correct? Did you guys have posts or something associated with beer pairing and food as well?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do with working with McCarty Mills. Have certain meals pair with what beers he has on tap or what beers he has on the shelf too.
It wasn't just limited to barbecue, right? Was it different kinds of meals or was it only barbecue and beer pairings?
Oh, well, we're trying to get to where we're doing that.
Oh, okay.
So, but we're Devin's been working with trying to pair whatever anybody comes in, trying to pair the beers with the barbecue we're having and stuff like that.
You guys take part in that, sip a beer and have a bite and see what works well?
Yeah, he gives us different little 5-ounce pours, and we get to taste different beers all the time. And he's changed my whole outlook on craft beers. The flavors. I never liked sours before until going down there, and now, man, sours have become one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's got one. There was one that night we were there filming, and we saw you guys. One of the three he gave us was a sour beer. I can't think of the name, but it was really good. It was like as soon as you tasted it, it was like bam right there with the sour, but then it kind of just eased, and you're like, this is not bad.
Yeah, I've gotten hooked on a couple of the sours that he's had down there.
What do you guys want to see happen in Aurora in regards to the downtown area and investment in new businesses? What would you like to see? Doesn't have to be food related.
I think I would just like, Aurora to, continue investing in its diversity. Keep having different types of businesses, different types of opportunities, and it's good that they're having some businesses like the steakhouse and stuff like that, some upper class, I guess you could say, stuff, but at the same time, we don't want to put too many resources and too many opportunities to those types of businesses, because there are a lot of small businesses out here that are, providing great products, and, but they do a good job of highlighting those and having a lot of opportunities downtown to like highlight those, those smaller businesses and stuff. So
interesting. What's Aurora's biggest strength? What do you guys know?
It kind of goes back to that diversity, being a place of 200,000 people. That's why I always wanted to be in Aurora, because, if you go to any different school or whatever, you're going to see, any different types of people, race, religion, creed, and that type of diversity is what we need moving forward. We need to be breaking down these barriers and between cultures and languages and whatever it may be. Aurora is just a melting pot of this country, and it's indicative of the rest of this country.
So what do you think?
I don't even know what to say.
Well,
I think I like where everything's going. We, like he was saying, we just need to start breaking down and just, start opening up everything,
Yeah. I see a lot of movement, man. Yeah. I see things look better than they have in the city for a while, even before the pandemic. And I don't feel personally that the lockdowns and everything like that has completely ground things to a halt. Like I still feel like an atmosphere of moving forward and still pushing ahead, still developing and building and things like that. And I'm happy to see that. I really am. I want to see some more businesses on Broadway and things like that come back to life, and the more businesses that can shine, I'm really happy about that.
That's what I would like to see. More businesses down here, more things to come down here and help support all these local businesses down here.
Yeah.
There's plenty of places to opportunity down here in Aurora. You just got to find your little spot.
Now, did I hear you say pozole? What did y'all say? Pozole?
Yeah, pozole. I make homemade pozole.
What the hell?
We had it. We featured it.
That was our first Sunday.
Sunday was pozole.
Yeah.
Is it red or green?
Red.
Okay. Is red the best?
I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say red's the best.
I like that. Yeah.
I like the red. Green's good, but to me, my heart's in the red.
Okay, all right. Pozole is really good. Pozole is really good. I love pozole.
Oh, it's one of my favorites. You know?
Yeah.
I make it with pork. We start. That one's a little bit longer of a process, but man.
Oh yeah.
But we'll make
pozole takes like all day.
I got a giant pot I can't even fit in my kitchen, so I have to cook it on one of my burners outside.
Damn.
Yeah, but we'll make a whole pot of it. Usually, we'll make it. I'll make it for Christmas for my family.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the whole family will get together. And my aunts deemed it like, you know, hey, you taking responsibility of making pozole for the family.
When you making it again?
I don't know. Right now we're making chili, but we can always throw it in the loop one of these days.
Yeah, throw it in the loop because your boy need like, you know, I need like a couple of bags. I could freeze one, you know, play with the other one and just, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get you a couple gallon sizes.
Okay, yeah, good looking out. Yeah, once upon a time, man, I dated this girl who could make pozole. And like, man, that was so great. Oh man, when the wintertime came around, just lay up and just eat pozole, just seriously.
Oh man, I can have like 3 or 4 of those bowls throughout
yeah.
the day. And it's just small ones, you know, that's all you need is something real small.
It's a very hearty.
Yeah. Some cabbage, some onions in it, some radish.
You know, we've talked, so Jordan and I, and even you and I to a certain extent, we've talked about city, social, everyday issues before food or anything like that. Jordan, I knew before I knew that you were working together with Strawberries BBQ.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to ask you guys this question. I guess it would fit, and we'll start with you, Eddie. What does America mean to you?
What does America mean to me? To me, it's home. You know, this is where I was born and raised. You know, we've learned from a young age certain things, the way to think. But you know, now it's time to actually bring home together for what we want as our generation. You know, we can't just sit back and just let people ruin what, you know, our rights and stuff.
I see you guys as the new face of America in a way, so that's why I'm asking this question. Because like you guys make it look good. Jordan, what's America mean to you?
I mean, it's a tough question. Obviously, America, you know, is a place where, you know, there are opportunities that are afforded, but, you know, there are a lot of other places that also afford those opportunities. America, to me, it's not what it is, but what it can become. That's what I think of it as. America has the potential to be everything we want it to be and more, but there's a lot of trauma that needs to be resolved and healed through America's past before we can get to that. And I think the last year and with everything going on, you're seeing a lot of these issues come to light in a way that's really unavoidable, because we're getting to this breaking point that if we don't resolve our demons as a nation, how can we move forward?
Sure. Now, the thing that you said also about Aurora and being the melting pot, you know, that's why I moved to Aurora too. Like, I lived in Naperville initially. I got out the military, I lived in Naperville. And it was hard for a brother like me to make friends in Naperville, for whatever reason. And then, you know, came to Aurora, and it's been home and welcoming ever since. And I found that when doing this and interviewing people and talking to them, hearing their stories, like, you know, everybody's got something like cool to offer to this melting pot of Aurora/America. And like, whether it's food or beer, and the people at McCarty Mills, you know, shout out to Devin and, you know, Mom's back there and everything. And the girl with the glasses, I can't remember her name. Kira. I was almost right. Yep, Kira. Yeah, man, like on a sunny day outside there, that was America right there, yo.
Yeah.
That was America.
And that's what...
That's America. Like, when you drive down River Street, and you don't even go to McCarty Mills, just scan and look who out there chilling, chopping it up. Boom.
Those were when we were out there barbecuing in, you know, September, and the early, when I started out there. Yeah, there was beautiful days out there, and you would just sit out there and like I was telling them from the beginning, the reason why I like being down there is that's where I originally want to be anyways. because I think that's where it's a beautiful spot, man. The sun hits perfectly during the afternoon. It's just everything comes to life right there. There's the traffic flow and of just even with the people on the bike path.
It's across the street from a library.
It's just
You got the Fox River behind them townhomes. It's quiet. It's low key. It's clean. The grass is green. The birds are chirping.
Yeah.
And those storefronts are very well placed at the bottom to be booming businesses with which people can live on top of those.
Yeah.
It's perfect. It's a no-brainer right there.
Yeah, I like that. I like that spot all the time. And I always tell myself, like, man, I always wanted one of the apartments there or the condos there.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, they're nice. And I've always liked that spot right there in downtown.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Brian. He doesn't live there anymore. He got married, but he had a place that was right up there, and man, it was so fly.
My parents lived there for 7 or 8.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved it there.
Mm-hmm.
On the second floor, facing the river.
Bang.
Man.
That sunlight coming through them blinds is just holy, boy.
Yeah.
Well, that actually leads me to my next question, which is kind of about locations and things like that. What's next for Strawberries BBQ? Continuing pop-ups as a store in our future. Yeah.
Continuing pop-ups, and we're trying to shoot for a concession stand trailer and a bigger smoker.
Okay.
Right now, we're looking. Next step is the bigger smoker. We would like to get it to where what we normally cook on a daily, or when we're out there cooking, we sell out in a couple hours instead of selling out throughout the day. So we can start letting people know we're here on lunch when we're here for pop-ups. We want to get lunch thing going down here so people know there's barbecue on lunchtime. So.
Oh, right. Y'all working at the little bank, boom. 12 o'clock, come down there, get your little 6-piece, coleslaw, something like that.
Yeah. So, come get your quick fix of barbecue and then go back to work, or, grab a beer and your food and go back to work, How can you like to spend your lunch?
How can people find you guys on, where you at on social media?
We're on Facebook and Instagram, Strawberries BBQ. And then if you pay attention to see what's going on with McCarty Mills, since we're pretty much there all the time, they have their calendar too of what we got going on, and just keep paying attention to see what kind of different things we're coming out with, like specials.
And a lot of times those things are pre-ordered too, so you can go to McCartyMills.com and then they'll have, was it last Friday?
Yeah,
the Nashville hot chicken.
Right.
So you can go on there and pre-order it, because we only do a certain amount of meals, I guess you could say, for special events like that.
Right.
Usually it's all online.
Right. And then the Sunday is, all month.
Or it's every Sunday.
Every Sunday
of this month.
This month is chili.
Chili.
Okay.
Maybe we'll throw some Pasoli in there.
Right. Yeah. Woo!
That sounds good.
Because I can't make it. I don't know how to, you know what I'm saying? If I can make it, that's the thing.
I started with a recipe online.
Okay.
I started with the recipe online, and then I made it into my own. And that's where, and they're all different. I've looked up 7 or different recipes, and you'd be like, well, this one says this, and this one doesn't say that. You make it your own, and that's how you find and then you make it your own recipe.
Yeah, shout out to Grand and Plum, man. She used to cook, boy, that posto, man. In the big steel pot.
Yeah, well, that's how we got.
I mean, this pot is...
Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
It's we had a giant ladle. And when it's full, man, you were holding it right there at the end just to get anything at the bottom.
Goodness.
Yeah.
So before we end, I do want to say the Nashville chicken and waffles that debuted last Friday. How was that reception?
It was a hit, man.
Good.
Everybody came in, they enjoyed it. People were ordering more than the one that they wanted, and people, we got a lot of great reviews on it. That's something we would want to probably end up doing again. We did it was pretty good. We had a pre-order of 20 sandwiches, and we only set a limit of 50. We were going to only do 50 sandwiches, and we hit about 45.
Bad.
Yeah. So
congratulations.
Thank you.
Shout out to Jen Ingram Art. Yeah, she sent a little screenshot to the gram about it. I'm like, what the hell? Strawberries. You know what I'm saying? Nashville chicken and waffles.
Yeah, she came down here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
shout out to her, because I actually got one of her pictures from my daughter, one of her little core pictures. She loves it. So.
Yeah. And that's actually, you know, I wanted to come down there. I had family stuff going on. I wanted to come down there and catch that debut for you guys to be there on location, but could not. So I really wanted to get you guys on for an interview because, like, I appreciate what y'all doing, man. Like, you guys are really, like, part of the wave.
I appreciate
doing good stuff, doing positive stuff. And Jordan, I appreciate you because when I was in the flux of, you know, moving from an apartment to a home and everything, like you was there with the links, you know, the realtor links. Check this out. What's your price range and budget? I appreciate that.
Absolutely. I'm glad you found something.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, certainly.
I appreciate that very much. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, man. Like, it's about, you know, it's about showing love.
Yeah,
it really is.
You gotta take care of everybody.
And shout out to McCarty Mills for being the kind of place that's hip, cool, and woke enough to like work with the community and help people to rise up and build their brands and things like that. So, you know, the sky is the limit down there on River Street. The sky is the limit for Strawberries BBQ and certainly McCarty Mills. So, shouts out. Yo, Devin, is your ears ringing, dog? They should be. They should be. All right. The show ends on a positive note. It's Friday. What is the message from Strawberries BBQ and yourselves going into the weekend for the people?
Have a wonderful weekend. Make something good. Let me know about it.
Right. You got a grilled cheese sandwich?
Hey, man, you can take a grilled cheese sandwich from being just a plain grilled cheese sandwich to whatever your imagination takes you.
Yep, that's true that.
Something that you kind of said that I keep going back to, and it was how you said, you know, you walk past McCarty Mills and you just saw people outside enjoying themselves, having a good time. And it's like going back to the idea of America. When I try to tell people like what, you know, people want, I think that's it. I think people just want to be comfortable. They want to go to work throughout the week. They want to be able to go and have a beer, have a nice dinner, just relax and hang out, not having to worry about all of the existential stuff that's bearing down you every day.
Exactly.
I think people just want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
So do what it takes for you to be comfortable, and you know, just try your best to enjoy the life that you're given.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, phone off, no CNN, emails in silence, and all that. Yep. Literally, the day that I was down there, one of the days I was down there. One of the days you were barbecuing, actually, I was moving. So we drove past there, and I saw it, and I was like, damn, it's popping. So y'all was out there cooking, you know, and I was driving by in a huge trunk honking every time I went past. Oh, shout out to Devin's dad, Alvin, though, too. Shout out to that man. He is a good guy, and he helped connect us with the Puerto Rican fraternity golf outing. Shout out. I would be remiss. Anyway, then at night, remember the dude who was out there playing? What's his name?
He's had a couple people out there.
He got that weird name. The dude who was he playing guitar or something?
I know he has Michael Rollins out there.
Michael Rollins, but it was another dude.
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of his.
Burt McGirt or something like that.
Burnt Reynolds.
Really? Burt McGirt. Yeah, Burt Reynolds. That's right.
Yeah.
You know what? We were out there chilling, and you just see you got Visual Arts out there taking pictures. Shout out to Visual Arts. We out there chilling. Everybody's drinking, having a beer, cooling, food, relaxing. Everybody high fiving, all that. They taking selfies. They taking pics. Beautiful. You know, you can't miss it. Shout out to McCarty Mills, man. So on behalf of, we're just ranting right now. That was cool.
Yeah.
On behalf of Good Morning Aurora, we appreciate you guys coming up here to talk to us and give us an interview, man. We wish you guys the absolute very best in everything that you do. So,
Thank you.
you know, sky's the limit for what y'all doing. Sky's the limit. Check out Strawberries BBQ on Facebook and Instagram. Also, keep in touch with McCarty Mills' calendar of activities to see what the menu items will be for Strawberries BBQ and when that'll be happening.
12th and the 12th and the 19th for barbecue.
12th and 19th for barbecue.
12 o'clock start.
All right. Hit up McCarty Mills on Facebook and Instagram. Other than that, you guys have a blessed, wonderful, beautiful, positive day. And we will see you all back here Monday morning for another great interview. Second largest city's first daily news podcast. Peace.
Peace.